broadcasting to viewers in Liberia and across the globe. Hello and a warm welcome to News Today on KMTV. My name is Anthony Kokoi. Stories making headlines tonight. National Elections Commission Chair categorizes opposition accusation as dangerous attempt to undermine the electoral process. Liberia's 172nd independence celebration hangs in the balance as Council of Patriots sets July 24th as date for new protests nationwide. The mother of the late Odell Sherman expresses optimism in obtaining justice in her daughter's death. Thanks President George Weah for his intervention so far. Welcome to KMTV News. National Elections Commission Chair Kokoi has categorized as false and misleading accusations leveled against the institution. It can be recalled that some members of the opposition committee accused the commission of issuing voter verification cards beyond the June 27 deadline in association with the ruling coalition for democratic change. But NEC Chairman Kokoi denied the allegation, stating that the statement is a dangerous attempt to undermine the electoral process.
Specifically on Tuesday, July 9, 2019, a newspaper reported that the NEC is secretly issuing voters cards to individuals. Similar allegations has also been made by some political actors. The NEC, in no uncertain terms, categorically denies these allegations. This story has no basis in fact. It is false and a dangerous attempt to undermine the electoral process and expose the Commission to disrepute. Following the extension of the replacement period, the removal of fees, and the opening of an additional replacement center here at the headquarters, there was an unexpected and overwhelming influx of citizens to the headquarters demanding replacement of their cards, and many even expected to register as new voters. Those requesting to register as new voters were denied in keeping with the law. Even up to the time of this press conference, citizens continue to come here to ask for replacement of their cards, but they have been turned away due to the expiration of the deadline in the fight that the NEC has to bring the voter roll in time for the by-elections. So ladies and gentlemen of the press, let me assure you that the NEC has been its practice since 2005, was very strict in its adherence to the requirements of the law, in that only individuals who were proven to be on the original final registration roll, FRR, of 2017, but had lost or damaged their voters' cards when issued replacement cards. The NEC hereby advises all stakeholders, including political parties, independent candidates, and their supporters, as well as the media, to desist from any and all acts that have the propensity to undermine our democracy and unnecessarily instigate chaos in our society. I encourage all stakeholders to always inquire about election-related matters from the Commission rather than just publishing or making reckless and baseless accusations against the Commission. We remain committed to being transparent and accountable to the Liberian people in the execution of our constitutional mandate to conduct free, fair, credible elections at all times.
The National Elections Commission has meanwhile challenged stakeholders and politicians to desist from activities that has the proclivity to undermine the country's fragile democracy. Councillor Kokoi also used the occasion to announce the continuation of campaign activities until otherwise ordered.
The campaign was open. We, as correctly stated, was supposed to be closed at the date you indicated. But because of the extension, the commission had not officially closed it. So what we did is we just had a meeting with political partner candidates, and they all agreed that they want the campaign to remain open. So until we announce the next election date. So I'm pleased to inform you that the campaign will remain open until we announce the next election date, which we expect to do shortly. Playing date for the by-elections. The playing date of the by-election I was announced by the commission, I think a week or so ago, would depend on the arrival of the materials. Just see that there were some difficulties in conduct by the vendor. So they are moving fast to correct that, and we hope that we'll be getting the final work from them sometime over the course of this week, after which we'll be able to get back to the Liberian people. At the moment, the government has $1 million to provide for other operational activities, including the payment of pool washers and other logistical, to meet other logistical requirements. When do we expect the materials? We are working very hard. We are in contact with the vendor. We have some assurances that they will be giving us some confirmation very soon.
The mother of the late Odell Sherman has expressed optimism in obtaining justice in her daughter's death case. The 21 years was pronounced dead by medical practitioners at the EAW hospital after she was reportedly found unconscious at the home of Reverend Emmanuel Giddens in Dwazon, Margibi County. Cynthia Sherman, the mother of the deceased, however, thanked President George Weah for committing his government to underwriting the cost of hiring a new international pathologist by the family to conduct an autopsy on her daughter's remains.
Today, even though people said that we were hailing for nothing, but I'm very much sure and confident that we are hailing for something positive. What we are hailing for justice of one of you people. And with all of what we did, it never went unnoticed. Today, we were able to get the attention of the president, and he called us. We got there. He said to us that we should get any other pathology around the world. The government will underwrite the cost, because that is the government's full responsibility to its citizens. So based upon that, we asked of our autopsy pathology that were already on ground. He said he was informed that he was not licensed, not only in Liberia, but in and out of Liberia, so he could not perform it. So to forge ahead, we need to agree upon that, and now we are in search of another international pathologist that will come in country to perform the surgery. So we say thank you to you again, President George Weah, for the initial start. This is not the end. What we are fighting for and what we are standing for justice. Because I do believe Odell is gone, but it can be any other person. When Odell have justice, other children or women, people will not just get and damage them again like Odell. I want my daughter case to stay in this country as a license, that people will learn from Odell case. Not the amount of money or any other thing can shut me out. Because what I'm wanting, I don't want this thing to happen again anymore. We know that we cannot, call it off. But at least there will be precedent served. Say, yes, this person did it. Not a matter of who did it, but they were brought to justice. So
the executive director of the Liberia Crusader for Peace has disclosed that all is now set for the conduct of this year's Golden Image Award. The Golden Image Award, endorsed under the regime of former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, is given to positively influence people impacting their respective societies. According to Ambassador Judy Indy, the program soon to be held still see the presence of international guests and awardings as a sign of motivation to the country.
This year, the awards has honored the distinguished leadership of His Excellency Dr. George Weah, President of the Republic of Liberia. He is the convener. The image of the award is Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, former President of Liberia. Through a vetting process 9 years ago, Madam Sirleaf was vetted out of 6 women. To mention those women is Michelle Obama of the USA, Hillary Clinton of the USA, Winnie Mandela of South Africa, the Chancellor from Germany, and the late Margaret Thatcher. And Madam Sirleaf came victorious to be the face of the awards. This year, our guest speaker is the U.S. Ambassador to Liberia, Ambassador Kristen Elder. She should be the guest speaker. It's confirmed. We are bringing guests from Nigeria, USA, China, England, Guinea, Senegal. There will be recipients from the United Nations, and our own Liberian women will be sharing the stage. And those that will be sharing the space will come from the county, and this year we'll be awarding 5 counties, and then women from the market, women from civil society, women from government, cycle, and women who are activists in stopping the violence against women, and also congratulating the women for the spotlight on Liberia and the domestic violence bill that has been passed by the House to concurrence with the Senate.
In today's development now, the Council of Patriots has announced July 24th as a new date set for its second protest nationwide. The pronouncement comes barely 14 days to the commemoration of Liberia's 172nd Independence Day, which is expected to be graced by several African and world leaders, including partners of Liberia. In a statement, COP said the President Weah and his team continue to live in luxury in the midst of many challenges confronting citizens. Henry Costa read the statement on behalf of the group.
As we wait for the demands of our petition to be addressed, President George Weah and his clan continue to indulge in some of the most unspeakable violations of human rights, engage in a wanton abuse and disregard of the public trust, and expend the Weah enterprise. The blatant insult and neglect of the Liberian people can be seen on a daily basis when President Weah refuses to publicly declare his assets and have them verified. When President Weah and his clan remain insensitive to the daily sufferings of Liberians as he engages in lavish spending on foreign trips, as in the case of the recent state visit to the Republic of Guinea, where more than $155,000 United States dollars is being expended. We can all see an unrepentant dictatorship on the rise, and the emergence of the Weah clan, where every business, every contract is linked to President Weah and his cronies. This is unacceptable. Today, we, members of the Council of Patriots, announce a renewed and continued protest from Wednesday, July 24th, until all of our demands are met. This will be a nationwide protest covering all counties and a call to address all of the issues affecting our country. In announcing these actions, we renew our pledge to save the state and call on all Liberians and our international partners to join this long march to address the plight of our nation.
Also speaking to newsmen after the conference, Representative Yeger Kolba vowed to mobilize like months across the 15 political subdivisions of the country for the July 24th march. According to him, they will not leave the street until President George Weah addresses their decisions.
This muster, this standard bearer need to comply with the Liberian people. We are not asking him to do that, we are demanding him to do that. And we will do that. I can assure you people, next, you know my pickup are involving to our ICD, but next week I'll be getting brand new pickup. we will be by rest. We will sleep to our protest place. And if he's taking the thing for joke, he better go play football in Guinea.
When you say muster, we refer to as muster.
I'm talking about the standard of the CDC.
Which one?
The standard of CDC, the standard of CDC ambassador. We are your master, your dictator, and we are telling him that this protest will be the protest that will speak for the Liberian people. We are saying answer to us, the Liberian people. We are saying answer to us, the Liberian people, and you will give a come to us. If you think we are jokers, then let you say then watch. Look, let me say this to you people. The 24th of this month, the protest is going to start. We will be there until the president answer to us. This tenor is not shield. You live for your people welcome you for all at one point welcome you for. Are you a joker? No, their country, their president, I mean, this tenor have become an embarrassment to this country. He has become an embarrassment to the country. You don't see it? Liberia have become a laughing stock. Everybody laugh at Liberia now. So Liberia is not taking serious. We want change in this country.
Well, some of the people spoken to late Friday even expressed fears that the Independence Day celebration could disturb the protests. They explained that the demonstration will scare away leaders who have agreed to attend the country's 172nd Independence Day in Monrovia. On the other hand, some of the supporters pronounced that the said protest because, on the other hand, some of the protests pronounced that Welcome back and thanks for rejoining. A 2-month-long youth-oriented program intended to keep children focused and safe has been launched in Painesville. The kids who are currently on vacation are being taught how to play basketball, sing song, and other sporting activities, academic activities. Making remarks at the occasion was Abin told Office Assistant to Representative Solomon George.
If you have been listening to radio, reading the newspaper or following social media, you will understand that in the last few months or a year now, you notice the issue of children being abused is on the increase. So, on that note, I would love to see a very big thank you to the organizing team for this initiative, because they help to take our children off the streets and make them to be a good citizen. So today we are here launching this particular vacation program, not only necessarily for us to come and play basketball or to sing or to dance, is to also help us keep off the streets. And even the basketball or the songs, the organ will be playing the drum is a form of education. So that's the reason I come to topic the importance of education in sport. What can education do for us, we young people, the young kids? Education helps us prepare for a better future tomorrow. Education helps us to be a good citizen tomorrow. Education helps us to be president tomorrow. Education helps us to be ministers, ambassadors, representatives, senators tomorrow.
Where the founder of the program, Caleb Dumba, has been giving an overview of the Youth Conduct Program to newsmen in Monrovia.
The kids are on vacation. The first and foremost is that their parents have to go to work and leave them. And because of all the vices, that is in our communities and everywhere, we try to bring them to a safe environment and keep them while we teach them life skills. What my real disappointment was that all of them that were invited, because it was not time to re-vote.
Okay.
It was not time that they need these kids. It's only we ask them to come with their presence just to give encouragement to these young people. But everybody shied away from it because, well, they don't need their vote now.
There were how many in number? How many people you invited?
6 to 10 of them. The good side about it is that the children came, they stormed the weather and have come here. Our pool of workers who volunteer to work with us are always here in the rain and in the sunshine. The church has been very supportive in all that we are doing. I mean, so the negative of these people is overrating by the good that the church and the volunteers have done. If there's anybody out there, all the people that we wrote, we still want your contribution, we still want your help. These children are our future. When we impact them properly, when we show them the way to the future.
Well, on that sporting development, that's how we go home on today's edition of KMTV News Today. But before we go, a recap of our headlines. National Elections Commission Chair categorizes opposition accusation as dangerous attempt to undermine the electoral process. Liberia's 172nd Independence Day celebration hangs in the balance as Council of Patriots says July 24th as new date for a nationwide protest. The mother of the late Odell Sherman expresses optimism in obtaining justice in her daughter's death, thanked President George Weah for his intervention so far. We say many thanks to you for always joining our news broadcast. On behalf of the entire team here, my name is Anthony Kokoi. Good night.